Hello dears, today we are going to study about prepositions. So what is prepositions? Let's study. Today we are going to study the chapter 7 of our total English book, and the chapter is prepositions. So what is prepositions? Preposition means preposition is a word which is used before a noun or a pronoun to show its relationship with another noun or pronoun. Means basically you can understand it is placed before a noun or a pronoun, and it shows the relationship. In other words, we can understand that a preposition shows the relation of a word with another word. Let's see some examples. For example, here we can see Ravi is coming from Indore on Sunday. Here there are two prepositions like from and on. These are simple prepositions. I'll complete it within an hour. Within is also a preposition, that is double preposition. Why are you standing in front of me? In front of me, that is a phrase preposition. And accepting you, everybody had come to us. Here accepting is a participle prepositions. So let's start. How many kinds of prepositions? There are four kinds of prepositions. First is simple prepositions. Simple prepositions means like in, at, on, by, to, with, for, since, up, down, under, beneath, from, over, across, beside, behind, after, before, till, etc. Means there are some. So we are to learn the use or the uses of these words. Second one is double or compound prepositions like into, in and to. There are two different simple prepositions, but here we have added or we have connected with two simple prepositions, so it becomes double or compound prepositions like into, onto, upon, up to, within, without, out of, instead of, next to, aside from, etc. Third one is phrase prepositions. Phrase preposition, you know what is phrase? Phrase is a group of words. So here you can see on account of, by dint of, on behalf of, for fear of, in the time of, in front of, in place of, with a view to, in spite of, etc. There are so many likewise. And fourth one is participle prepositions. You know what are the participles here? We will use present participle. So like regarding, touching, pending, respecting, accepting, bearing, concerning, considering, etc. You can see they are prepositions. There are four kinds of prepositions you should know here. Now the next thing we are to study here, according to our book of total English of English language, we are to study in this chapter only prepositions of time and prepositions of place. So let's study use of for, from, and since. Actually it is misprint, for, from, and since. For is followed by a period of time. For is used with all the tenses. If you know the tenses, then you can understand that it is used with all the tenses and is followed by a period of time. And since is followed by a point of time and is preceded by a verb in some perfect tense. You know very well what are the perfect tense. As we have been living in this town for 8 years. Actually, why we have used for here? Because 8 years is a period of time, but we don't know that was from 2000 to 2008 or from 2004 to 2012. So we have no idea, but we have only this idea that for 8 years we lived in this town for 8 years, that is past tense. We have been living in this town since 2000. Actually, since, why we use since here before 2000? Because this is a point of time. So here we have used since. You should understand the use between for and since. Now the from is also used before a noun or a phrase denoting some point of time, but unlike means not like. Since means different from since. It is used with all the tenses, like we shall begin the new project from May. From May, that is showing here future. He will come to school from tomorrow. Tomorrow is also here showing future time. By the way, it can be used in all times, all tenses, in past, in present. Like I teach online from 8 o'clock to 8:30 in the morning. That is present tense, right? Or before, I used to teach from 8 to 2 p.m. That is past tense. So from can be used in all tenses, right? So next, see use of at, in, and on. Keep in mind that we are learning these prepositions for time. At, in, and on. At is used with exact point of time, like the bell rang at 2 o'clock. At is also used with festivals, at Christmas, at Easter, at Diwali, etc. In is used with periods of time. Our friends arrived in the morning. In the morning is a period of time. In the morning, in the evening, in the night, in the noon, in the afternoon. The museum will be closed in July. July is a period of time. On is used with days and dates which include the day. So we played cricket on Sunday. The battle was fought on 6th October. In and on are not used before today, yesterday, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, last, or next. I am going shopping tomorrow. There is no use of in and on. It rained heavily last Sunday. There is no use of in and on. Next one is, notice the difference between on the time and in time. On time means punctually, whereas in time means before the time appointed. She got to the cinema on time. It means she reached the cinema on time, just before the film began. She got to cinema in time to have a talk with her friends before the film began. She reached the cinema in time. In time means before time. Okay. Next, in before a noun denoting a period of time means at the end of, whereas within means before the end of. As Tom will arrive in 10 minutes and I shall return within an hour. Within an hour means not before an hour. Okay, in 10 minutes means up to 10 minutes. Now the use of by. When used as a preposition, by has the meaning not later than. The field must be plowed by the end of this month means not later than of this month. It is therefore important to distinguish between y and h. Compare these two commands. Bring the book to the office by 10 o'clock or bring the book to the office at 10 o'clock. Note, the expression by day means during the day. You should understand by 10 o'clock and at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock means sharp at 10 o'clock. By 10 o'clock means by that time, not before that time. Now the use of till and to for time. Till is used of time and so to is used of place. Here I rested till 5 o'clock. Here till is used for time. I walked to the end of the street, where to has been used for place. The meaning is same of both. In and within. In implies at the end of some future period. Within denotes before the end of. As Mona will return in a month. In a month means at the close of. Mona will written within a month means in less than a month. In and within, here you have understood. Now next thing we are to understand, in implies at the end at a period of time in the future, while after denotes at the end of the period of time in the past. As here in and after, within is misprint, you should correct it. Muna will written in a week, in a week. In means when the week is over, which is showing future. Muna returned after a week. So when the week was over, that is showing past tense. After for past, and here before and for. So here before and for, before is used to denote a point of future time. For is used to show a period of future time. Tapas will be there for an hour, period of time. For an hour, only for 1 hour. Tapas will be there before 6 o'clock. Before 6 o'clock means a point of time in future. Any time before 6 o'clock. That is not a period of time. That is a point of time in future. And that is my suggestion. To make better command over prepositions, we should study them thoroughly, learn phrasal verbs as well as exceptional cases. What are the meanings of these things? Let me explain you. Study them thoroughly means we know that to is a preposition, but there are 14 to 15 uses of to, but we know only 1 or 2 uses or 4 or 5 uses. We have no sufficient knowledge about that. That's why we feel difficulty during the examination. Second thing, we should learn phrasal verbs. If we don't learn phrasal verbs, it will be difficult to get the meaning of any sentence, because phrasal verbs means the verb which is used with prepositions and makes a different sense. So that's why we should learn them well. Third one is exceptional case. What are the exceptional case? Exceptional cases are like, in passive voice, be generally used by before the subject. You know how? If I say this letter was written by him, means him is a subject here, but working as an object, and by has been used. But if we use here KNOW, no, the verb no, then we will use here to. Like, he is known to me. If you write he is known by me, that is incorrect. So that is an exceptional use of to. There are a lot of uses likewise. So we should learn exceptional uses or exceptional cases, learn phrasal verbs, and should study the prepositions thoroughly. Only then will be able to learn them well. Okay, after that we will have good command over language. So now the assignment. She drinks a lot of coffee in the evenings. In the evening we have used because that is a period of time, and it is usually warmer at 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock is a point of time in the afternoon. Then in the morning we have used in here for period of time. The new term starts in March. Before month's name or season name be used in. They have lived in this town in 2005. Okay, because here we are getting they have lived in this town before, means that is the time of past, in 2005. I have been waiting for you. I have been, that is a perfect continuous tense, and 8 o'clock is a point of time. That's why we have used here since, not for. Now next one is, we will finish our exams in 2 days time. Just before some time we have studied in within So here we will finish our exams in 2 days time. Here the timing is in 2 days time, within 2 days, but before time we are to complete here. They have lived in Delhi for 6 months. Have lived, that is perfect tense here for 6 months, because time is giving, that is period of time, not a point of time. In summer, before season we'll use in for time. In summer we'll have our vacations. Tom went home at sunset. Sunset is also exact time. Sunset or sun rising, dawn, dusk, these are the point of time. That's why we have used at. We have been waiting for our half an hour. Have been waiting, that is also here you can understand perfect continuous tense. That's why you'll use since of for. But over half an hour is a period of time, not a point of time. That's why we'll use here for, not since. Now another assignment which is given in your book of total English. Let's see. There is a bus stop at the end of the road. That is a place. Prepositions of places, C or D, study here. So the assignment you are to complete in your book. There is a bus stop at the end of the road, means if the place is opened, then we will use at. I was in Japan when the president was there. So for big places, countries, we'll use in. He used to live in Kanpur. But if we say B, he used to live at Kanpur in UP. UP is a bigger place than Kanpur, then we will use here at. But here there is no other place after Kanpur, that's why we'll use here in. She lost her ring in the sand, means somewhere in sand. I'll meet you at the signboard near my house. At means nearby that place. Our house is on the top of the hill, means on the top of the hill, which can be seen from far side. That's why we have used here on. There has been an accident at the corner of the street. At the corner or at the end of the road, such type of places are open areas. Suddenly he jumped into the river, means if you are going in motion, then we will use into, otherwise we use in. He sat beside Mary and Janet, means beside means nearby them here. And the last one is he was standing behind the pillar. So these are the exercises you should complete in your total English book. Okay, thank you, bye.